Your Honor. All rise. Season 3, Episode 23, Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. Yes, sir. All clear. You folks may be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for once again joining me inside the Pennsylvania College basketball court, or the PCBC for short. This is Season 3, Episode 23. Sweyped them Scottish Laddies. Seasons 1 and 2 of this podcast / series here on YouTube can be found on my Instagram page. If you click the title of this episode, it'll take you straight down to my Instagram page and hit the link there. Or search in your entry bar on YouTube, NWS 1999. It'll post my page at the Honorable Judge Noah. And then you can also look for the Instagram page in my bio. I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from the hometown and main base of the PCBC in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the PSAC Athletes of the Week from the games that occurred last week, Monday, February 2nd through Saturday, February 7th. And then we'll go through recapping the eight games that occurred this past Saturday. Then we'll do standings, where we sit as of right now in the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Then we'll do a scouting report for IUP's next matchup coming up tomorrow. Then give you my picks and predictions for the 8 games coming up tomorrow. So if you've enjoyed this series so far, please hit that like button. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit the big white subscribe button. Tell your friends to subscribe so you don't miss out on the final couple weeks of regular season play of the 2025-2026 PSAC men's basketball season. Let's get this session started. So the athletes of the week for week number 12. And here's the most shocking news of the day. Our PSAC West athlete of the week went to, Dallas Dillard of IUP. Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. Dallas Dillard wins out of IUP, guard and redshirt senior from Harlem, New York. Averaged 30 points per game over 2 games, including the first ever 30-point triple-double in program history in the game that I went to last Wednesday against Penn State Du Bois. And then had 30 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds in that win against Penn State Du Bois. Then added that up with a 30-point, 12-rebound double-double in a grinded-out win over Edinboro. In the game against Edinboro, he had 30 points himself, while his teammates combined for 43 points. For the week, Dallas Dillard also added 4 steals. The defensive athlete of the week for the PSAC West goes to Kerwin Prince from Slippery Rock, forward and grad student from the Bronx. So a lot of New York flavor this week. Kerwin Prince led Slippery Rock to a much-needed PSAC win over Pitt Johnstown in its lone game of the week. He had 24 points, 12 rebounds, and a double-double that included 5 steals, dominating the second half with a 2-point halftime advantage into an 18-point win thanks to no small part 6 rebounds, 4 steals, and 13 points in the second half. The Eastern Division's Athlete of the Week goes to Marcus Banks from Shepherd, guard and junior from Clinton, Maryland. He averaged 22.5 points, 6 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. As Shepherd went 2-0 this week, extending its winning streak to 5 games. He had 19 points last Monday against Shippensburg, and then had 26 in double overtime win over East Stroudsburg. And then the defensive athlete of the week for the East Division is Carnell Henderson from Millersville, guard and freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He earned his first 3 starts of the season and led Millersville to a perfect 3-0 week in a road win over first place Westchester, totaling 8 steals in 3 games, as he held Westchester to more than 10 points below its season average. Against Shippensburg, he drew an assignment against Marcus Frank, one of the top players in the PSAC this year, and held him to only 9 points, his lowest output of the season, going 4-13 from the field. Henderson then helped Millersville hold Mansfield to 64 points on Saturday, Miller's 3 opponents averaged only 66.3 points per game last week. So congratulations to all 4 of those athletes being nominated. Now let's get into some recapping. First game I want to talk about is one of the 2 games I did not. So the first 2 games I did not get correct, and then the remaining 6 I did get correct. So we start off with our first game from Saturday. We traveled to the Hodges Fieldhouse in Shippensburg as the Raiders hosted the Golden Rams. In the first half, Shippensburg outscored Westchester 46-27. Second half, Westchester outscored Shippensburg 47-39. Shippensburg held on to pull off a huge way down. Excuse me. Still a little bit under the weather with my throat. Shippensburg wins 85-74. Shippensburg improved to 12-11 with a 7-9 record in conference play. Westchester drops to 17-6 with an 11-5 record in conference play. Also repping the red, white, and blue because the Winter Olympics are on as of now. So go USA. For Westchester, my player of the game goes to Anthony McCall. 28 minutes, went 7-17 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and a steal for 18 points. Dylan Blair in 31 minutes had 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 13 points. Gabe Moss in 34 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and 4 steals for 11 points. Jay Sean Williams off the bench in 17 minutes had 1 assist for 10 points. Ruben Rodriguez only had 4 points in 32 minutes. In the first half, Westchester shot 38.5% from the field, 44.4% from the 3-point range, and 60% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 60.7% from the floor, 40% from the 3-point range, and 52.9% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Rams of Westchester shot 50% from the field, 42.1% from the 3-point range, and 54.5% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Golden Rams. For Shippensburg, my player of the game goes to Jaden Smith. In 36 minutes, he went 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3-point range, 14 of 15 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and a steal for 30 points. Marcus Frank in 37 minutes had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals for 25 points. And Jackson Boone in 29 minutes off the bench had 5 rebounds, 2 assists for 10 points. In the first half, Shippensburg shot 61.5% from the floor, 62.5% from the 3-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 45% from the floor, 40% from the 3-point range, and 82.6% from the free throw line. Overall, the Raiders of Shippensburg shot 54.3% from the field, 53.8% from the 3-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Shippensburg. Next game, I knew this game had potential to be a really good one. East Stroudsburg at Shepherd. And all of a sudden, it cleared it out again. That's the one thing I don't like about the PSAC website is when you try to put in a cap, try to get a game to hit the box score, and then it just shuts off immediately. Okay, here we go. So one of 3 games that went into overtime and one of 2 that went into double overtime. All right, here we go. First half, Shepherd outscored East Stroudsburg 35-31. Second half, East Stroudsburg outscored Shepherd 42-38, requiring overtime. First overtime, they both scored 11 points. Second overtime, Shepherd outscored East Stroudsburg 16-11. Final score, 195 in favor of Shepherd. And this game was played at the Butcher Athletic Center in Shepherdstown. Shepherd improves to 14-8 with an 11-5 record in conference play. Or are they 10-5? I think they're 10-5. Yeah, they're 10-5. Okay. 14-8 with a 10-5 record in conference play. And East Stroudsburg drops to 16-7 with a 10-7 record in conference play. For East Stroudsburg, my player of the game goes to former Westchester Golden Rams, Celine Payne. 36 minutes, going 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3-point range, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 20 points. Ethan Maynard in 27 minutes had 4 rebounds, 2 steals for 18 points. Adrian Brito off the bench in 23 minutes had 6 rebounds, 1 steal for 15 points. Jalen Pichardo in 37 minutes had a double-double with 11 rebounds, 1 assist for 13 points. Ethan Milirons in 28 minutes had 3 rebounds, 1 assist for 12 points. And Nasir Griffin in 27 minutes had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 3 blocks for 10 points. In the first half, East Stroudsburg shot 52% from the field, 12.5% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. Second half shot 58.6% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 55.6% from the free throw line. In overtime, they shot 8 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 7 from three-point range, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Overall, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg shot 55.1% from the field, 26.1% from three-point range, and 59.1% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Warriors. For Shepherd, my player of the game goes to Elaine Wardlaw. In 47 minutes, he went 10. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Did he not play this? Hold on a second. I think they might have mixed this up. I had to double check that. Okay, sorry about that. I had to double check to make sure that was correct. And then actually, indeed, it was correct. So my player of the game goes to Elaine Wardlaw. In 47 minutes, he went 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 28 points. Marcus Banks came off the bench in 43 minutes, had 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals for 26 points. In Favor, Keyway had a double-double. In 37 minutes, had 12 rebounds, 1 assist for 20 points. In the first half, Shepherd shot 44.4% from the field, 50% from three-point range, and 85.7% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 44.8% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, 91.7% from the free throw line. In overtime, overall, in the 2 overtimes, they went combined 7 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 4 from three-point range, and 11 of 16 from the free throw line. Overall, the Rams with Shepherd shot 46.4% from the field, 40% three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Rams of Shepherd. So if you saw a skip in there, sorry about that. I had to double check that. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that for the remainder of this episode. Okay, next game. Slippery Rock and Pitt Johnstown at the Morrow Fieldhouse. Right down the road from here, from where we're filming. In the first half, Slippery Rock outscored Pitt Johnstown 42-40. Second half, Slippery Rock outscored Pitt Johnstown 43-27. The Rock beat the Mountain Cats 85-67. Slippery Rock improves to 14-8 with a 7-7 record in conference play. Pitt Johnstown drops to 11-11 with a 5-9 record in conference play. As I mentioned before, I may have talked about it in the previous episode, Jay Rose is no longer with Pitt Johnstown, although he did post the other day possibly Slippery Rock has given him an offer. So we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That'll be interesting to look at coming up in the next couple months or so, depending on if he ends up making this decision immediately. My player of the game, of course, is Baden Forup. In 36 minutes, going 9 of 14 from the field and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. According to another double-double with 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 23 points. Adam Malinsky in 39 minutes had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals for 17 points. And Vinny Cagini in 31 minutes had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for 10 points. In the first half, Pitt Johnstown shot 50% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Second half shot 40.7% from the floor, 22.2% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountain Cats of Pitt Johnstown shot 45.6% from the field, 23.5% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the free throw line. For Slippery Rock, my player of the game goes to Kerwin Prince, PSAC West Division Athlete of the Week. 34 minutes, had a double-double, going 10 of 14 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds and 5 steals for 24 points. Brady Mayo in 33 minutes had 2 rebounds, 3 assists for 18 points. Isaac James recorded a double-double 32 minutes with 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals for 14 points. Dame Givner in 33 minutes had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals for 10 points. And Braylon Littlejohn, in 25 minutes off the bench, had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals for 10 points. So we're going to be seeing a pretty different roster that we saw Sabrok have with IUP coming up this Saturday in a game that I'm planning to be attending, weather depending, of course. In the first half, Sabrok shot 45.95% from the field, 25% from three-point range, 71.4% from the free throw line. Second half shot 45.5% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, 76.9% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rock of SRU shot 45.7% from the field, 26.1% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Rock. Next game, another game that needed, our second game that needed double overtime. Lock Haven hosting Kutztown at the Thomas Fieldhouse. In the first half, Kutztown outscored Lock Haven 39-38. Second half, Lock Haven outscored Kutztown 30-29. Both teams scored 10 points in the first overtime. Second overtime, Lock Haven outscored Kutztown 13-5 as Lock Haven wins 91-83. The Bald Eagles improved to 9-14. 9-14 overall and 5-11 in conference play. Kutztown drops to 5-15 with a 2-13 record in conference play. For Kutztown, my player of the game goes to Josh McCoy. In 48 minutes, he went 7-13 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and a steal for 21 points. Brendan Gaines in 27 minutes off the bench had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for 19 points. Kid Bresic in 45 minutes had 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 13 points. Jordan Nakoa Bisola in 28 minutes had 6 rebounds for a total of 10 points. Jalen Bryant struggled again in 48 minutes, had 8 points, and 6 of them came from the free throw line. He went 1 of 12 from the field. In the first half, Kutztown shot 44.8% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 7 of 7 from the free throw line at 100%. Second half, they shot 44.4% from the floor, 44.4% from three-point range, and 33.3% from the free throw line. In overtime, they went combined in both overtimes, they went for a combined 4 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range, and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Bears of Kutztown shot 42% from the field, 37.9% from three-point range, and 82.4% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Kutztown. For Lock Haven, my player of the game goes to Dylan Scott. In 44 minutes, went 11 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for 33 points. Keith Ward in 41 minutes had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 19 points. Blake Deegan in 36 minutes had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal for 16 points. And Luke Kennevan in 35 minutes had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 13 points. In the first half, Lock Haven shot 46.7% from the field, 42.9% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Second half shot 41.9% from the floor, 18.2% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line. In the overtime statistics, in overtime, they went 6 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 8 from three-point range, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Overall, the Bald Eagles of the Commonwealth University of Lock Haven shot 44.6% from the field, 30.3% from three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Bald Eagles. Next game, Pasilla Gymnasium. Millersville hosting Mansfield, in which I said that was going to be a pretty easy win for them. And I would say I was pretty much on the ball with that one in terms of this matchup. In the first half, Millersville outscored Mansfield 40-27. In the second half, Millersville outscored Mansfield 40-37. The Marauders beat the Mountaineers 80-64. Millersville improves to 16-7 with an 11-5 record in conference play. Mansfield is now down to 2-20 with a 1-15 record in conference play. Still in the playoff hunt with 4 games. They have 5 games left, so if they lose tomorrow, they are pretty much out of the playoff. They will be no longer in playoff contention. For Mansfield, my player of the game goes to Juju Begon. In 35 minutes, went 7-16 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for 21 points. Sterling Scott had a double-double in 37 minutes with 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals for 14 points. In the first half, Mansfield shot 36.4% from the field, 11.1% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 43.8% from the floor, 44.4% from three-point range, 83.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountaineers of the Commonwealth University of Mansfield shot 40% from the field, 27.8% from three-point range, and 77.8% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to the Mountaineers. For Mansfield, my player of the game goes to Siraj Ali, his former team. In 28 minutes, went 8 of 10 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal for 22 points. Day Waters in 34 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 12 points. And Elazar Matthews Sproutley in 20 minutes had 1 assist and 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, Mansfield shot 56.7% from the field, 44.4% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 50% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Marauders of Millersville shot 53.4% from the field, 35.7% from three-point range, and 65% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Mansfield, or to Millersville. Next game is our game, IUP at Edinboro, at the Macomb Fieldhouse. It was a pivotal game for IUP, so I had a feeling this was going to be a trap game, and it pretty much lived up to the hype until the final 2 minutes of the game. But very fortunate we got this win. In the first half, IUP outscored Edinboro 32-28. Second half, IUP outscored Edinboro 41-35. The Crimson Hawks prevail with a 10-point win at Macomb, 73-63 over Edinboro. IUP improves to 16-4 with an 11-3 record in conference play. Edinboro drops to 11-10 with a 7-7 record in conference play. For IUP's, my player of the game goes to Dallas Dillard. No surprise there. 37 minutes, went 11 of 22 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 1 assist for 30 points. Christian Moore in 25 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for 16 points. Kamani Marrero in 31 minutes had 3 rebounds for 14 points. Other remaining players, the starters, Bautista Rodriguez in 26 minutes went 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks for 2 points. Demir Brooks, not a good performance for him. 22 minutes, went 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block for 2 points. Bench players, Ian Herring in 27 minutes, went 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 1 three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for 5 points, so a perfect shooting day for him. Tyler Grove in 14 minutes, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 4 from three-point range, 1 rebound for 4 points. Tyler Grove in 18 minutes went 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from three-point range, 2 rebounds for 0 points. Okay, sorry about that yet again. Apparently we are just very busy people. That's what happens when you're one of the most famous people in the PSAC area. So Tyler Grove in 18 minutes went 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from three-point range. He had 2 rebounds for 0 points. I think I just mentioned that before. I had to cut this again. In the first half, IUP shot 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, 0% from the free throw line, going 0 of 2. Second half, shot 39.4% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and 12 of 12 from the free throw line at 100%. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 44.3% from the field, 35% from three-point range, and 85.7% from the free throw line. For Edinboro, my player of the game goes to Bryce Baez. In 37 minutes, went 5 of 15 from the field, 3 of 9 from three-point range, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 1 block for 16 points. Makai Reynolds in 32 minutes had 4 rebounds, 7 assists for 14 points. Rowan Carmichael in 34 minutes had 3 rebounds and 3 steals for 10 points. In the first half, Edinboro shot 30.3% from the floor, 26.3% from three-point range, and 42.9% from the free throw line. Second half shot 38.2% from the floor, 23.5% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 5 out of 5. Overall, the Fighting Scots of Penn West Edinboro shot 34.3% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to either IUP or Edinboro. Next game, Seton Hill and Clarion at the Tippin Gymnasium. Clarion recognized 6 seniors as it was senior day at the Tippin Gymnasium. In the first half, Clarion outscored Seton Hill 49-33. Second half, Seton Hill outscored Clarion 40-24, requiring overtime. In overtime, Clarion outscored Seton Hill 9-3. Clarion beating Seton Hill 82-76. The Golden Eagles of Clarion, they improved to 11-11 with a 6-8 record in conference play. Seton Hill drops to 13-9 with a 7-7 record in conference play. For Seton Hill, my player of the game goes to Dean Simos. In 38 minutes off the bench, went 10 of 15 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 2 assists for 27 points. So still no Kendrick Curtis as of this time. Rashad Williams in 39 minutes went 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 4 steals for 20 points. In the first half, Seton Hill shot 40% from the field, 38.5% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 4 out of 4. Second half, shot 56.3% from the floor, 33.3% from three-point range, 33.3% from the free throw line. In overtime, they shot 16.7% from the field, 0% three-point range, going 0 of 1, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line at 25%. Overall, the Griffins of Seton Hill shot 45.6% from the field, 35% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. For Clarion, my player of the game goes to Justice Easter. 32 minutes, went 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds and 2 steals for 15 points. Jeremy Thomas is second at a double-double in 31 minutes with 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and 4 steals for 12 points. And Trey Nelson in 39 minutes had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and 4 steals for 11 points. In the first half, Clarion shot 66.7% from the field, 61.5% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. Second half, shot 30.3% from the floor, 23.1% from three-point range, and 33.3% from the free throw line. In overtime, they shot 4 of 9, or 44.4% from the field, 0 of 3, or 0% from three-point range, 1 of 3, or 33.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Eagles of Penn West Clarion shot 47.2% from the field, 37.9% from three-point range, and 37.5% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Seton Hill or Clarion. And our last game was the matchup of the weekend, California at Gannon at the Highmark Event Center in Erie. In the first half, Gannon outscored California 56-33. Second half, Gannon outscored California 59-54. Gannon winning 115-87 over the Vulcans. For California, my player of the game goes to Dalman Alexander. In 24 minutes, went 7 of 9 from the field, 4 of 9 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks for 18 points. Bryson Lucas Jesus. Excuse me. Keandre Shields, 22 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 3 assists for 15 points. Bryson Lucas in 30 minutes had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 14 points. And then Joshua Ray in 18 minutes had 3 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, California shot 46.7% from the field, 28.6% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half shot 61.3% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, and 54.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 54.1% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, and 57.1% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Penn West California. For Gannon, my player of the game goes to Pace Prosser. In 28 minutes, went 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 8 from three-point range, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals for 24 points. Mackenzie Morgan in 23 minutes had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 18 points. Lane Sarver in 22 minutes had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals for 15 points. Precious Adiru had 19 minutes, had 14 points with 3 fouls and 1 turnover. Jaden Calloway in 21 minutes had 5 rebounds, 3 assists for 12 points. And Lucas Morgan in 25 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 steals for 11 points. In the first half, In the first half, Gannon shot 46.5% from the field, 27.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 10 out of 10. Second half shot 56.8% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Knights of Gannon shot 51.3% from the field, 36.1% from three-point range, and 90.9% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Gannon. So overall, we got 6 out of 8 games correct. That brings my total now to 243 games played this year. I've gotten 178 out of 243 games correct. That is 73.3%. So we're still in there. I'd have to double check and see how many more games I would need to solidify that 70% threshold for the season. But let's look at the games, the standings, and then we'll look at our games games, and then we'll look at our standings for tomorrow. Games tomorrow, standings afterwards. And all 7:30 games tomorrow. Edinboro travels to Gannon at the Highmark Event Center. Shippensburg travels to Kutztown at the Keystone Arena. Bloomsburg travels to Westchester at the Hollander Fieldhouse. Clarion travels down south to Slippery to the Morrow Fieldhouse, take on the Rock. Mansfield travels south, then east to East Stroudsburg at the Kohler Fieldhouse. Millersville travels to the Butcher Athletic Center to take on Shepherd. California travels north to Greensburg at the McKenna Center to take on Seton Hill. And then IUP will travel southeast to Johnstown to take on the Pitt Johnstown Mountain Cats, which we'll talk about here in a moment. Now going to the standings. In the last episode, we had 3 teams clinch a berth into the 2026 PSAC men's basketball tournament. Those were Westchester, Millersville, and East Stroudsburg. So let's see if any more teams clinched a playoff spot. So in the East, first place with an 11-5 record in conference play, 17-6 overall, and a 1-game losing streak. That is Westchester. Millersville, the 2 seed, 11-5 in conference play, 16-7 overall, and a 3-game winning streak. Third place is Shepherd. They're 10-5 in conference play, 14-8 overall, on a 5-game winning streak. Where'd they go? 5-game winning streak. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to announce that Shepherd has officially clinched a bid into the 2026 PSAC men's basketball tournament. So congratulations to Shepherd on clinching the 4th of the fourth team in the East to clinch a playoff spot. So only 2 teams will get a bid in the East that are still up for grabs. Fourth place is East Stroudsburg. They're 10-6 in conference play, 16-7 overall in a 1-game losing streak. Fifth place is Shippensburg. They're 7-9 in conference play, 12-11 overall in a 1-game winning streak. Sixth place is Lock Haven. They're pushing themselves further away from Bloomsburg. They're 5-11 in conference play, 9-14 overall in a 2-game winning streak. Seventh place is Bloomsburg. They're 3-12 in conference play, 6-16 overall in a 1-game losing streak. Eighth place is Kutztown. They're 2-13 in conference play, 5-15 overall in a 6-game losing streak. And Mansfield's still in the playoff hunt right now, although they'll probably be eliminated by the end of this week. Is 1-15 in conference play, 2-20 overall in a 3-game losing streak. Going to the West, in first place is Gannon. They're 13-1 in conference play, 20-2 overall on a 7-game winning streak. And no surprise, they are the first team from the PSAC West to clinch a playoff berth for the 2026 PSAC Men's Basketball Tournament. Now the question is, can they clinch their 3rd straight PSAC Men's Basketball Championship? Second place is California. They're 12-2 in conference play, 15-6 overall in a 1-game losing streak. Third place is IUP. They're 11-3 in conference play, 16-4 overall in a 3-game winning streak. Fourth place, being 4 games back of IUP, is 3 teams are now 7-7. But between third and fourth place is a 4-game difference. So California should be clinching as early as tomorrow, and IUP should be clinching as early as possibly Saturday if they win both. Tomorrow at Pitt Johnstown and then at home on Saturday against Slippery Rock. But fourth place is Slippery Rock. They're 7-7 in conference play, 14-8 overall in a 1-game winning streak. Fifth place is Seton Hill. They're now down 1 spot. They're 7-7 in conference play, 13-9 overall in a 4-game losing streak. And then Edinboro dropped down 1 spot as well. 7-7 in conference play, 11-10 overall in a 1-game losing streak. Seventh place is Clarion, right behind them. 6-8 in conference play, 11-11 overall in a 1-game winning streak. And dead last is Pitt Johnstown, 5-9 in conference play, 11-11 overall in a 2-game losing streak. So in this episode, Shepherd and Gannon both clinch a spot in the 2026 PSAC Men's Basketball Tournament. How fitting, because they were the two teams that were in the finals last year. They both get the clinch in the same weekend. So total of 7 spots still remain in the PSAC Men's Basketball Tournament. Only 2 from the East and 5 from the West. Teams that could possibly clinch a berth this week are California and IUP for sure. And it looks like Shippensburg will most likely clinch this week as well, barring anything crazy that would set them back from not making it. But it looks like they'll be pretty much a safe bet to get in pretty darn soon. There's still 6 games left and they're 4 games ahead. So they're pretty much in the driver's seat to make the playoffs. So that's where we stand right now. On to our scouting report for IUP and Pitt Johnstown. Winning record, all-time record, IUP as of this recording is 1,531 and 799, 65.7 winning percentage all time. Lombardi's win totals at IUP, he is now 3 wins away from 450 in his career. He is 447 and 141 all time. Against the PSAC, he is 277 and 80. IUP comes in this matchup 16-4 with a 10-3 record in conference play, 3rd in the West. Pitt Johnstown comes in 11-11 overall and 5-9 in conference play. They are dead last in the PSAC West for the 3rd year in a row, if that was the case. Dead last. I guess I'm going to talk about standings. If the playoffs ended, if today was March 2nd, where would the playoffs be? First round buys would be Westchester and Millersville. Shepherd would host Lock Haven. That's a 3-6 matchup. And East Stroudsburg would host Shippensburg, 4-5 matchup. Gannon and California would be your first round buys. IUP would host Edinboro. And Slippery Rock would host Seton Hill. So that's where we stand on that for now. Back to the scouting report. This is the 70th all-time meeting between these two programs. IUP leads the series 51-18. These two teams met between this episode and the previous episode. I actually forgot to do the number of days. So let's just do some quick calculations in my head. So last time these two teams met was January 21st. These two teams met January 7th. So that would be Wednesday. So yeah, the last time these two teams met was January 7th. 35 days ago was the last time these two teams met, and they met in Indiana. IUP won 78-70. The matchup is for tomorrow, February 11th, 2026, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Home arena is the UPJ Sports Center in Johnstown, which this is actually the second time IUP has played at the UPJ Sports Center, as they played Ashland, Ohio earlier in the season at the UPJ Sports Center because of scheduling conflicts with IUP women's basketball, and I believe there was also a pageant going on around that same time too. So the travel time from the KCAC to the UPJ Sports Center, 35 miles or 56.3 kilometers down through the Conemaugh River Valley, 52-minute drive. Let's take a look at my 7 key elements of the Honorable Judge Noah's Fundamentals of Basketball. Points per game. Category win goes to IUP. They're 4th in the conference. Pitt Johnstown's 9th. IUP is averaging 85.4 points per game. Pitt Johnstown at 81.5. Defensive points per game allowed. IUP wins this category very easily. IUP is number 2 at 72.1. Pitt Johnstown's 4th to last overall, or 14th in the conference, at 78.4 points per game allowed. Field goal percentage, automatic category win goes to Pitt Johnstown. They're still number 1 in the conference at 51.9%. IUP, no slouch in their matter. They're 5th in the conference at 48.3%. Only 2 teams in the conference are shooting 50% or better. Those are California and Pitt Johnstown. 3-point field goal percentage, close one. IUP is tied for 2nd in the conference with Seton Hill at 37.2%. Pitt Johnstown is 4th at 36.7%. Category win goes to IUP. Free throw percentage is pretty decent. IUP is number 2 at 73.5%. Pitt Johnstown's been pretty good over the years in free throw percentage. They're number 5 in the conference at 72.6%. So the category win goes to IUP. Rebounding, Pitt Johnstown wins the category, 37.7 rebounds per game. IUP is 10th at 37.2. Assist to turnover ratio, IUP is 2nd in the conference, only behind Edinboro at 1.44. Pitt Johnstown's tied for 11th in the conference with Millersville at exactly 1 assist per turnover. Category win goes to IUP. So IUP is definitely favored in this matchup, especially now knowing that Pitt Johnstown lost arguably its 2nd best player via the transfer portal just about 2 weeks ago. So kind of unfortunate timing. Pitt Johnstown's going to be, they have some good depth pieces and a lot of young talent to look at, but definitely unfortunate timing if you're a Pitt Johnstown Mountain Cat fan. Top 3 scorers for IUP, no changes. Number 1 is top scorer for the Crimson Hawks, number 5, Dallas Dillard. He's number 1 in the conference yet again in points per game. He's actually the only player as of right now in the conference that has over 20 points per game. He's at 20.6, and he's actually on a milestone alert coming up. As of this recording, he is only 101 points away from hitting 1,000 career points in his collegiate career. Kamani Marrero is actually pretty close. I think he's at like 200. He's under 250 points away from 1,000. So if he doesn't get it this year, he will most certainly hit that 1,000-point mark next year. We'll talk about that in a minute. Dillard is at 20.6 points, 6 rebounds per game, shooting 47.1% from the field, 39% from the 3-point range. Second highest scoring player is number 11, Christian Moore, 17.5 points, 3.4 rebounds per game, shooting 49.1% from the field and 41.4% from three-point range. Very impressive numbers. Third highest scoring players, number 1, Kamani Marrero. As I just mentioned a second ago, he is now under 250 points away from reaching 1,000 in his career. Marrero is averaging 13.4 points, 2.4 rebounds per game, shooting 45.3% from the field and 38.2% from three-point range. For Pitt Johnstown, you really don't need to give this guy an introduction, as he's currently right now my second favorite, currently second in my in the athlete of the year voting for me. And that, of course, is number 32, a 6'8" forward and junior from Mansfield, Ohio. We've been talking about him before. Baden Forup, he had a double-double in the last matchup against IUP. Last time in the game against IUP, he had 16 points and 16 rebounds in 36 minutes. He's played in 22 games so far and has started in all 22. He's averaging 19.2 points and leads the PSAC in rebounding with 11.4 rebounds per game. He is shooting 50% from the field. He's shooting 63% from the field and 0% from three-point range. He's only taken 3 field goal attempts. Second highest scoring player would have been Jay Rose, but he's no longer on the program. So that now goes to my Italian boy, number 2, 6'2" guard and junior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Vinny Cugini. Last time playing in his last matchup against IUP, he had 5 points and 1 rebound in 21 minutes. He is number 2 in scoring for the Mountain Cats, averaging 12.6 points, 4.1 rebounds per game, shooting 47.7% from the field and 39.3% from three-point range. He has played in 21 games and has started in 20 of them. And then the third highest scoring player is number 5, a 6'3" guard and junior from Irwin, Pennsylvania. That is Adam Belinsky. In the last matchup against IUP, Belinsky had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 steals. Belinsky this season, he is averaging 11.8 points, 2.8 rebounds per game, shooting 54.8% from the field and 35.7% from three-point range. He has started in 22 games and has played in all 22 games for the Mountain Cats. So UPJ. First of all, start off with the U. Utilize their mediocre defense. They definitely have. IUP did pretty well in the first matchup, scoring 78 points, which is where Pitt Johnstown is averaging. I think IUP can definitely hit 80 points in this matchup against Pitt Johnstown. And I know this is definitely going to feel like a trap game, and it usually is for the most part. But IUP, I think, can win this game pretty decently if they play smart and you take advantage of getting past Baden Forup. Speaking of which, pressure Baden Forup into tough situations. That's my second key of the game. Baden Forup did pretty well in that first matchup with 16 points and 16 rebounds. IUP has to control the game flow, and if they can do that against Baden Forup, and Demir Brooks has a very good game, IUP should cruise to a very easy win. And then the letter J, but the actual J I have for this last key of the game is J Rose is gone. That's going to be a huge factor, is not having J Rose in their lineup. Definitely hurts Pitt Johnstown a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see how will they respond without having what would have been their second highest point scorer not being with the team anymore. So let's do my picks and predictions for tomorrow's matchups. Edinboro and Gannon, I'm going to go with Gannon. Shippensburg and Kutztown, I'm going to go with Shippensburg. Bloomsburg and Westchester, I'm going to say Westchester rebounds and wins. Clarion and Slippery Rock, I'm going to go with Slippery Rock. Mansfield and East Stroudsburg, I'm going to go with East Stroudsburg. Easy pick there. Millersville and Shepherd, I'm going to pick Shepherd. They beat East Stroudsburg, and I think, although I do have Millersville going number 2 in the number 1, so technically I would want Millersville to win, but I'm going to say Shepherd wins. California and Seton Hill, I'm going to go California, especially with no Kendrick Curtis. And I don't think Adair Ortiz played in the game last Saturday because he didn't play against IUP either. Yeah, he's out too. So, yeah, I'm going to go California winning that game. And then IUP and Pitt Johnstown, this is going to be a close one. It usually is. My buddies, Brandon Pierce and his brother Ryan, are both planning to be attending this game in Johnstown. I, unfortunately, will not because it's almost a 2.5 hour drive from Slippery Rock to Johnstown. I already made the trip once. I don't know if I will ever make it again, especially since Lock Haven's joining the West next year, and that's my next facility I'll have to drive almost 3 hours to get to from Slippery Rock. So I'm going to say, but regardless, IUP should win this game. I think they're going to get within one game closer, and I think they will win this game, then go back to Indiana on Saturday, beat Slippery Rock yet again, and clinch a playoff spot. That's just my predictions. But, yeah, I'm going to say IUP wins against Pitt Johnstown in a close one. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for Season 3, Episode 23 of the PCBC. Hope you guys have enjoyed this series as we now hit into the home stretch of the PSAC regular season. And the new rankings should be coming out hopefully pretty soon. Well, my computer's like, no, it's time to celebrate. Nah, not yet. Not yet. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys on Friday for Season 3, Episode 24. Till then, cases on recess.